And just like that, they have no future. And I could have told you as soon as Aiden came back into the picture that they had no future. But I mean, I'm just saying, I hate being right about everything. And when I said Aiden was there strictly to punish her, the people said, no, 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 he's there because he loves her. And this is, the love that was unrequited that she ruined. Yeah, he was there for get back, in my opinion, y'all. But let's get right into it. Get it, don't be timid when you ain't it, love up on it, give along, need it. I don't want no trip, baby, like my name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related, and I am here to put you on, okay? Because what more can you say, Aiden? I mean, from you going down there making friends with the writer, who really, at this point, could give a damn about Carrie. Let's be honest. It never gave. Up to this point, it hasn't given adulterous situation. It's giving Aiden, you're freaking insecure. And I think the icing on the top of the cake, the cherry on the sundae, was when he told Carrie to get out of her own bed and take a shower because she stank. Sir, Aiden can go directly to the hot place. And I said I was going to stop sending people to the hot place, but Aiden, this character, could absolutely go there. Nothing redeeming about him, nothing at all. The gardener is with Sema. They're in post-coital bliss. And, he gives her a kiss and she's like, ooh, what's that? It's your blue passion deodorant. But here's a crystal. Start using this. Not giving her the heads up, 1, 2, that natural deodorant takes a while. It takes a while. And until that time, you're going to be funky unless you take other precautions. The gardener's setting her up for the okie doke. I don't trust him, but we shall see. And it's not moving me. The constant attacking of the underarms is vile to me. I can't do it. Now we have the official interrogation of the writer. And Carrie, come on down. Let's talk to us. And now you want to know why the man smokes his pipe. And now, not for nothing, but I had a grandfather who smoked pipe tobacco, and it was a very pleasant smell as a child. Like, I don't want to be in a room full of smoke, but there was something about pipe tobacco that smelled kind of pleasant. They even have candles now that kind of imitate that. But he wants to get into all that. We find out that Duncan did have a wife. They're no longer together, but he is still referring to her as his wife, which I thought was interesting. We had a moment where Aiden felt a little bit, more comfortable with it. But again, he's stepping all over the lines. Carrie says, you know what? I gotta go meet Sema. She's gotten her building and, she's opening up her, Patel partners. We get over there. And apparently Sema did have a little coin stashed away. I still say she's broke. She ain't have enough to buy into her existing company. I'm just saying. And so now she done went into savings to subsidize this little quest. And I'll be interested. She's got an assistant with a Birkin and all of the things. I hope it lasts, especially seeing as how she got a really important contact, for business, and she goes to meet them for lunch, and she's funky. She's funky as hell, so much so she got to run off to the bathroom with her speed stick to get her underarms together because she's that funky. Sema, we're too grown for this. Madam, we're too grown for this. But I will give credit where credit is due. The building looks nice, but I still stand on what I said, that she's a brokey. I said what I said, and that's how I feel about it. Charlotte did go to the doctor, which I wanted her to do because this, instant case of vertigo is really perplexing and bothering me. We see Harry still in recovery. He says his nuts are like the size of coconuts or, whatever, some kind of melon. And she's falling out all over. He says, the doctor told you to stay in the bed until the medicine kicked in, but she's up and at it. And we see her face plant in the bedroom floor. He can't even get over to her because he's, it's a mess. I hate this. I don't know who this is for, this storyline, but I hate everything about it. It just makes me sad. It makes me sad that the elders are sick. It makes me sad that the elders are going through all of these things. It makes me sad that the elders are appearing to be dumb as boxes of rocks. It just makes me sad. So Carrie is complaining to Sema at one point and is basically like, he's, crossing all my boundaries, but I just want to brush it under the rug. I don't want to address it. I'm just going to let it, pretend that it didn't happen. It's probably a blip. Hell no. And why are we brushing things under the rug? Like, who has time for this? Who has time for this? Why are we avoiding the thing just like Miranda? I want to keep this fun and I want to keep this light and I want him to like me. I want him to choose me, love me, be with me. Carrie, we're beyond this. You need him for nothing. You need him for nothing. What I really want most for Carrie is to see who she is, independent of anybody else, of any man, of any bag, of any shoe. And just know that she's enough on her own and that she doesn't have to put up with this. Now, I get it. She made a mistake. She did wrong. But does that mean you have to pay for it 30 years later with that same man? Do you have to like self-inflict like you this pain? Is this like your mea culpa? What is it? I need it to make sense. I need it to make sense. We finally see Miranda talk to Joy, and Joy's like, "Where's my gin?" And she's like, I poured it out. I can't be around it. I'm an alcoholic. And she's like, so what you're telling me is that my gin's not here. If y'all like it, I love it. Y'all say that this is just how Joy is and she loves Miranda down bad. All right. We have a conversation and she's basically like, I don't like being in situations where I'm made to feel bad. And now I feel like whenever I have a drink around you, it's going to make me feel bad. And Miranda tries to interrupt. And she's like, no, let me finish. That's probably why I drink is because, I feel bad about myself. Whatever. They say they have baggage. Miranda says she's got an extra bedroom that can hold all of their baggage. Joy says she's got a few damn chests. And I'm like, is this something we're happy about? Unhealed people not attempting to get the help that they need. I don't know. I don't care. Now we see She Who Must Not Be Named and Herbert. And Herbert is like a schoolgirl obsessing about his weight. Because he's still running for comptroller. I don't know how long the election for comptroller lasts, but damn it, it's been years, it feels like. And we still haven't had an election. He's mad at the kids for bringing cheese. He's mad at her for angel hair because he doesn't have any self-control. She Who Must Not Be Named tells him that needs to go on Ozempic like everybody else and quit his belly aching. Later, she's in the editing process with, Black Charlie Chaplin. And he calls in talking about he gained 1 pound. She said, Ozempic, get off my line. This is going to cause an annoyance. And I think this is going to push her towards Black Charlie Chaplin. But of course, we'll see. We'll see. In the preview for next episode, we see the kids coming to her like, you don't spend time with us. You don't spend time with me, mama. Carrie and Duncan are finally getting to level set and she's giving feedback on his book and she's talking about one of the characters and how that character doesn't appear to be a little girl. They seem really self-actualized, having a good conversation where she needs to be. This is the smartest I've ever seen Carrie and I would like to keep her in this light, but Aiden interrupts. I got some steaks out here. You're hungry? No, we're working. Are you sure about that? I can just throw it on the grill and we're good. Like, it's just ridiculous. Okay. Meanwhile, Mama Gia and Anthony have a sit down. He's cooked, she sits down and gets triggered by his salt and pepper shakers that have, I guess, some hot on it, right? Like, some hot boys. And she's like, listen, cut the crap. Let me throw off this accent. Let me tell you what it is. She says, how much will it cost to get you away from Giuseppe? Because listen, you're old. You're old. You're old. I married an old man and I spent my golden sexual years taking care of him. I do not want that for my son. Anthony's like, what are you talking about? She said, I'll flip all this over, and flips the table, throws everything, picks up the knife, and Giuseppe walks in and basically tells Giuseppe on her way out, I'm not paying for this life in New York anymore. You leave him or you're cut off. I hope Giuseppe goes where his bread is buttered because this was for a fun time, not a long time with Anthony. I don't see it for them. I didn't see the love relationship, and I can blame that kind of on the writers because we didn't dive into anything deeper with these two people. You know what I'm saying? It's just whatever. And again, Patti LuPone, 3rd episode, no singing. I don't get it. Now Carrie goes up to go to bed after the writing session. And like I said in the beginning, he says, oh, get away from me. You stink. Take a shower. Ho, is you cool? This is my house, my money, my mansion. All right. There's no way that you would put me out of my own bag. Aiden, you go back to Virginia. Aiden, you go outside. Because if I want to smell like 1,000 cigars and pipe tobacco in my bed, I will do that. She takes a shower and goes into the other room. He comes in. Carrie, why don't you come in? Because you're Aiden. Here's the thing. Aiden has disrespected this woman in innumerable ways. If it was all about the cheating and get back, he got that when he slept with Kathy. All this extra stuff, all this mean, crossing boundaries, stepping over lines, nastiness, like you can't call me here, sleep in the servants' quarters. This is just compounded. And honestly, I can't believe it took Carrie this long to get out of his clutches and out of his whatever. So she's sick of him. She's through with him, not talking to him. Next day, she skedaddles off. I'm not talking to you, Aiden. Because why were you out on the balcony in the first place? Because you wanted to meet him because you don't trust me. Present tense, you don't trust me with men. She goes shoe shopping, and we see a cameo from Andy Cohen. So go back over to watch What Happens Live. Is that a nod to something in Sex and the City? Y'all drop it in the comments below, because I'm like, Andy, what are you doing here? Andy, please. Carrie in these old maiden shoes, because Aiden texts her and says, meet me at our spot. And she's got these old maiden shoes. New York says she'd been ever too fine to wear those shoes. You know what I'm saying? They were old maiden shoes. Those were the shoes Carrie had on. And she skips across the street and sits down. They order iced tea, and immediately it's like, I don't trust you with men, period, to this day. And she says, I've done everything. I've put up with so much. And you did, self-inflicted, because you ain't have to, sis. I've given you 100. I gave 100. Gave, that's past tense. Sir, I thought you didn't understand past tense. You said you're not a writer, or you're not Sherlock Holmes like the neighbor downstairs to know what those things mean. And basically she says, I've done all I can do. After you've done all you can, you just stand in the old maiden shoes, because there's nothing more she has for it. And he said he need 100%. I said, the audacity, sir. You can't give anybody 100%. Aiden needs to go in a corner, sit down, focus on his child and the intensive outpatient therapy that baby needs, and not bring any woman into this mess. Reunite with Kathy, since you want to screw her so bad, since you like that coot nanny over there so much. At this point, I don't give a damn. And Carrie, if I would have seen a tear drop out of your eyes, I would have slapped you. There's no tears to be had here. There's no tears to be had. All this was a memory, was an illusion, was a fond, total recall of the past. This man meant you no good in this life. Not anymore. Y'all say it was real back then. I don't think it could have ever been real how this man acted. All this has been an exercise to prove herself. And the fact that she had that self-awareness gives me hope for the character, but not too much. Because they've played in my face for 3 seasons over here. And I don't know. I don't care. And I just want to say this. May this level of delusion and insecurity never, ever find me. Never land on my doorstep, never find itself in my bed or in my kitchen. At the end of the episode, we see reunited and we feel so good. It's Charlotte, it's Miranda, it's Sema, and it's Carrie. And Carrie's finally looking like herself, and hopefully now going to take some time to decorate the halls of Gramercy, you guys. This was episode 9 of And Just Like That. There's no future for us. And there wasn't a future in the first place. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, every Friday night, 7:15 Eastern Standard Time, myself and Struggle Reviews TV go live and talk all things And Just Like That in depth. And we will be here throughout the rest of the season. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the notification bell as well, because don't miss a thing. I'm doing all kinds of stuff over here, all right? Thank you for watching. Have the most amazing rest of your day or night, and I will see you in the next video.